Good morning, Brian. Thanks for another beautiful forecast. We are talking all things school as our summer ends here, and today we're going to be talking and diving into school safety with Mr. Gibbs. Talk to us about your role and how you guys plan to keep schools safe all over Caddo Parish.
Good morning. Thank you for having me here. Our role as Director of Security is to provide security measures, resources, and direction with protocols and business practices to ensure that the 33,000 plus students, 5,000 plus employees are safe on a daily basis when they show up for school. So we have physical measures such as open gate detectors, handheld ones. We do random searches. We have 6,500 cameras throughout the district, 53 school locations. We have 73 plus security coordinators on campuses. We partner with our law enforcement partners such as Shreveport Police, Caddo Sheriff's Office, City Marshal's Office, Homeland Security, State Police. So we have an actual physical law enforcement officer on every campus. So we are prepared for this upcoming school year, looking forward to 25-26, and want the citizens and public to know that we're going to provide every possible resource that we have available to ensure that their kids are safe as well as their employees.
You know, one thing that is definitely something to think about is how much things change from a year-to-year basis. How much are you guys constantly changing what you guys are thinking about, focusing on even, what points of emphasis there are, and just what you guys are trying to stop or trying to make sure you guys are correcting from a year-to-year basis?
Our protocols and our practices are live, which means that they change based on what the threats may possibly be across the country. We are always looking at the trends to ensure that we at Caddo are in front of those type of possible threats and situations, and we have highly trained law enforcement officers as well as security coordinators that go through an annual training to ensure that they are prepared for any possible threat that may arise during the course of the year.
Now let me ask you, even stepping, because obviously school safety can step away from just the classrooms, how can parents look to help with keeping schools safer?
We encourage them to be actively involved and engaged with their student. And we have in the past had issues with cyber situations where kids are online making threats, and those type of things are not taken lightly. We pursue them until we find out they're not credible. We ask them to make sure they check their kids' backpacks, and we hope that they would give them clear backpacks. We're encouraging those type of partnerships so that kids, when they come to school, they can see what's in their backpacks as well as find out what they're doing, stay involved and engaged. So we have reporting platforms that are available, Lightspeed, the Superintendent's Anonymous Reporting Hotline. We have any number of ways to let us know if someone has information that we need to have to make sure we can foil any type of a possible threat that may come to a school.
Absolutely, guys. School safety is the #1 priority here. Making sure that everybody is having a good and productive school year is always what we want to happen. Good morning and hello, Brian. We are here at the security department for Caddo Parish Schools. We're looking at all things safety when it comes to the start of the new school year. We are here with Mr. Don Gibbs. So obviously school year is starting here soon, right? And safety is a humongous part of helping parents feel good about sending their kids back to school. Talk to me about how important it is to make sure that everything goes smoothly, especially when we're getting so close to the start of the school year.
We're just looking excited about the coming school year, and we're prioritizing, once I said, safety and security. And what we're trying to do is ensure that students, staff, faculty, entire group are aware of drills we're going to be practicing to make sure they understand what to do if any type of a situation may arise on their campuses.
And obviously new problems can show up on a year-to-year basis, right? Things that maybe haven't happened or aren't as important one year can resurface in another. What is one thing that you guys are looking into this year that you guys maybe haven't looked into in the years past?
We're emphasizing training. We're about to start beginning of the school year, so on the 28th through the 11th of August, we're going to have annual training for our officers and coordinators. So we're going to be prepared for any situation that may arise, and we have capable and qualified and competent, employees and law enforcement officers. So we're ready.
How big of a part, and I know that a big thing for parents, especially when thinking about school, is bullying, right? And it's unfortunately a big part of just what happens whenever you look at schooling. How big of an emphasis is your group looking into dialing down that kind of aspect?
Once again, we have Dr. Barzana White, as well as we have Renata Mahoney. They're over our counselors and as well as our principals. We're very much so aware of those type of behaviors on campuses, and they'll take their jobs very seriously. And like I said, what we're doing, it's a collaborative effort between principals as well as our security staff, and they'll talk with students about how to treat one another and be respectful. So we're hoping that we can tone down some of the bullying aspect throughout the year.
Now, looking at the different type of drills and then things that you guys do and plan, talk to me about kind of how you plan those out. Is it a timing thing? Is it a coordination thing, and what that really looks like?
This year, I'm saying we're implementing a new protocol. I'm saying we have scheduled drills throughout the year. I'm saying tornado, fire, lockdown, shelter in place, egress, regress, ingress. So we're going to be training and doing those on a regular basis so that if something should arise, students, staff, anybody involved will know what to do and how to do it.
Exactly. Guys, school safety is a huge part of making sure that our back to school goes as smooth as it can. If you guys want more information, make sure you guys go to ktbs.com/back-to-school. For right now, I'm sending it back to Nate and Shannon in the studio. Good morning, Brian. I always love seeing those junior weather watchers come in with those little drawings. I love seeing it. Hey, let's talk about your all's juniors. It's time to get ready for our back to school, and there's nothing more important going back to school than back to school safety. Mr. Gibbs, thank you for having us all morning long. We've been chatting about school safety and your guys' role and what you guys do. And obviously we've been talking about a lot of different topics, right? We've talked about bullying, we've talked about kind of what you guys do, the different events that you guys throw, but talk to us about some differences that you guys look at from one year to the next, that you guys try to focus on and that will help, that just kind of work with every school year, year in and year out.
Our main focus is communications. We try to get as much information as possible out so that the general public will know what our expectations are, so that when you show up at our schools as well as our sporting venues, what we'd like to see and what is acceptable. So, as the school year begins, I'm saying we're going to be on campuses hoping that they'll utilize, clear backpacks. They'll know it's going to be single point entries. It's going to be one way in, one way out. That we're going to be doing random searches to make sure that those individuals that have items on them are not possessing something that's a prohibited item of some sort. We're going to go back to the football season's about to start. So we're going to have venues at Lee Hedges, Northwood, Independence Stadium, North Caddo. So we have a big sign that's outside on every venue stadium to show what items are prohibited. So we want you all to be cognizant in the public of what's accepted and what's not accepted. And we have law enforcement officers at every site to enforce those rules. So that's what we're going to be doing.
That's such a big part of what's going on and making sure that safety is at the foremost and at the front of all operations. How big of a role would you say that parents play into making sure that their kids come into the school year prepared and ready to be in that type of environment?
They play a major role. I'm saying we're putting that information out. Mary Wood is our communications director. It's on our website. The superintendent is speaking it very publicly in our board meetings and to the public as well. Is that that's a priority for us to ensure that what the expectations are, what is acceptable and what is not acceptable, and if parents and guardians will follow those rules, it'll make for a very safe and productive school year.
Guys, we have had a great summer and back to school is just around the corner, and school safety is obviously such a big part. If you guys are looking to learn more about everything back to school, go to ktbs.com/back-to-schools. For right now, we are sending it back to Nate and Shannon in the studio.